The purpose of this video is to provide a brief orientation to the Zoom platform we'll be using for our online Synod Assembly. First thing you should do is make sure that you've got the latest version of Zoom installed. So if you're working on a computer, go to a browser and type in zoom.us/download. That'll bring you to the download center. The latest versions of Zoom are branded as Zoom Workplace. If you're using a smartphone or a tablet, you're going to want to go to the device app store and make sure that you've got the latest version of Zoom installed on it. If you're working on a Windows computer, you're probably going to want to download the 64-bit version. If you're using a Mac or another type of device, make sure you download the appropriate version for that. After you've downloaded and installed Zoom, if you want to check to make sure settings are correct, you can pull up the Zoom desktop application, just find Zoom, click on Zoom Workplace, and that'll bring up the desktop app. If you go up to your icon of your profile picture up here and click on Settings, that'll bring up the settings that are available. Check the audio. You can click on this button for test speaker. It'll play a tone. If you don't hear anything in this box, it shows which speaker it's trying to use. You can click this little down arrow and it'll give you other options that are available on your computer. I have a number available on mine. Pick a different one, click test speaker again until you can hear the audio. Make sure you've got the speaker volume turned up. You can also test the microphone with this button here. Click on it, speak for a few moments. It'll pause and then play back the audio. You can tell with this line bouncing around that it's picking up my audio just fine. But if you've got issues, again, a down arrow here will list any other microphone devices that are available on your computer. When it comes to the video, you can click that here. It'll show you what your camera is currently showing. If that's not the right camera, here this box, the little down arrow will show you the other cameras that you have available to use. Do want you to be mindful of the background in your picture. If you don't want the background that it is showing, you can click on Background and Effects and click on Virtual Backgrounds here. You can blur a background, or you could select one of their backgrounds that are preloaded. You can click this little blue box here. You can add in your own image if you would want to do that. On the day of the assembly, you'll want to click the link that is sent to you in your email. And when Zoom opens, you'll likely get a view like this, but it's going to have a lot more little pictures on here of everybody's camera. To best participate in Synod Assembly, we recommend you change the view. This is called Gallery View. Click on View up here and click on Speaker, and that's going to spotlight the speakers for the assembly. And you'll probably have other pictures across here as well as your own. Once you are into Zoom, if you've got issues with your video, you can find that here. You're going to want to unmute your camera so that people can see you participating in the meeting. And if you're not getting the right image, again, you can click the up arrow here and you can select the different cameras that may be available to you. Similarly, with your speaker and microphone, that is located here. You will come into the meeting with your microphone muted. It should stay that way unless you are called upon to speak into the meeting. That way we avoid any background noise. If you're having any issues with your speaker or the microphone, again, you click the up arrow. It'll have the different options available to you for the speaker as well as the microphone if you need to make changes. We recommend that you turn on the chat window by clicking this here. You'll see the chat window over here. At the bottom is where you can type something into the chat. There may be information shared in this window, but it's good to have that open to keep on top of whatever might be shared there during the meeting. You can also turn on the participants window. That's going to list all of the participants in the meeting. Again, it's going to be a very long list, but you probably want to leave that turned off in order to maximize the chat window. If you want to speak to the assembly, need to be recognized for something, you use the raise hand function right here, and that'll put a little hand icon on your picture. There will be people monitoring the meeting to then respond to that. When you've been recognized, issues been dealt with, whatever, click the button again to lower your hand. That should cover it for an orientation to Zoom. Have a great Synod Assembly.